Alright, I just made my own local MCP server and I'm going to show you exactly what I did and how you can run it too. But first, let's go back to what is MCP. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. It allows your LLM that you got in LM Studio, for example, to interact with the tools you got. In my case, my Nextcloud Notes. Let me give you an example. Let's say I ask my LLM, hey, I want to have a meal for one day. Can you make a shopping list for me so I can get it in the supermarket? It will create the list in LM Studio, but it doesn't have access normally without the MCP server to my Nextcloud Notes. And this is exactly the point. The MCP server will be placed in between Nextcloud and LM Studio. LM Studio will get access to the tools that are programmed inside my MCP server. For example, read a note, edit a note, create a new note, create a new category. So now we can change our input question to the LLM. Now we can say, okay, generate a shopping list and immediately put it into Nextcloud. Alright, enough of the talking, let's see this thing in action. As you can see on the left, we got LM Studio and on the right we got our Nextcloud Notes app. Now we ask the following question, create a shopping list for a nice dinner tonight. Do not use tool calls. Alright, nothing special, only a shopping list. Let's go to the next question where the magic will happen. Can you put it in a note in Nextcloud? Okay, and there you go. It's going to do some tool calls. Okay, now let's go back to our Nextcloud notes. Let's do a refresh. And as you can see, we got our dinner shopper list over here. And as you can see, that's exactly the same one that is generated by our LLM. That's pretty cool, right? Okay, now let's edit the note. Can you remove the proteins from the shopping list? Alright, do another refresh to see if the proteins are gone. And as you can see, no more proteins here. Now if you want to dive deeper into installing, coding, configuring AI tools on your PC, then be sure to check resumir.ai. Okay, now you're wondering, what do I need to download to get this thing working on my PC? Alright, first thing you need to do is go to LM Studio, download and install LM Studio and run it, and then go to models and click on the following. Search for a model like QWEN or Google's Gamma. As long as the model got tool call, everything is fine. So you can download, for example, this one. And when you see full GPU offload possible, that is good. Then you can download it and the LLM will run fine. So let's use this one in our chat. And as you can see, now we can ask our questions in LM Studio. Okay, now it's time to install UV, a Python package manager. So let's go to the website, copy the following command, go to a command prompt, and here we are going to run the installation script. And as you can see, it will install UV. Now you can open a new command and hit the following command, uv-version. If you do not get this output yet, then it is not correctly installed. Okay, now you can go to the GitHub where you can download the MCP server. This is the Nextcloud Notes MCP server. You can go to code, HTTP, and copy it and go back to the command line. We go into our AI folder and here we run git clone and we download the MCP server. We can change our directory into our Nextcloud Notes MCP server. Let's open the notepad and we are going to create our environment variable. Okay, now enter the following. Go back to the command prompt and open our env_example so we can copy and paste this into our new file. Here we put our Nextcloud URL, here we put our username, and here we put our password. So this could be something like nextcloud.mydomain.com, my user, my password. Of course, this is for everybody different, but fill it in and hit Ctrl S to save it. Alright, let's go back to the Git repository. And we're going to run the following commands. We're going to set up a virtual environment like this and we install the tool. Okay, now we're going to add our MCP to LM Studio. So let's go here and on the left there's a settings button where you can click. Then you go to program and then there's a button install. You can edit the mcp.json. It gives you a message like, hey, take care of what you're running. Of course, because this is our own MCP server, all the code is in the Git repository, so you can check all the calls that it does. And we are going to save it like this, and we are going to enable our server. Okay, now we go back to our chat, and here we can enter something like, can you log in into my Nextcloud account? And it's going to use the tool. It cannot access my Nextcloud at the moment because I got the wrong credentials over here. But if they are right, then you can ask it again and you will get something like this. And there you go, successful. Now we can do all the steps that we did before.